Hello everyone, this is Javamonk, and welcome to episode 65 of my survival series. Last episode was the one stack special. So, we got the how did we get here advancement, as well as the Furious Cocktail, but we did this here. And we did that by first having a bunch of lingering potions splash down on this walkway here. We had the glowing arrow shot at us, the spectral arrow. We had a wither skeleton named Johnny. We had a shulker named Johnny who was about to hit me. And we had a dolphin here somewhere. I have no idea where he went. Probably died, but there we go. We also have an ocean monument way out there. So let me just show that off. Yep, there's the ocean monument right there. That's as close as I want to get to it. So, now that that enormous project is over, let's clean up. First things first, getting rid of all 6 of these beacons, because 3 of them belong somewhere else. Let's also remove this conduit, because it has much better use elsewhere. Only issue is, I don't know how to actually mine a conduit. Is this how to do it? Okay, I think I just did. Where'd the conduit go? Oh, there it is. Phew. Okay, I don't have to recraft it. Hooray. Okay, the phantoms are attacking, so I say let's take off to the skies. Oh, okay. How about we take off to the skies and fight them where they live?
Hey, phantoms! Check this out. Okay, this is just like a little bit of a might be easier in the rain or something. It's not a trident. Okay, pick it up from there. And down. Nope. There we go. Let's just fight this swarm of phantoms using the right track. Oh yeah! Alright, that was awesome. Oh, the sun's about to come up, so we can't do that anyway. Okay. Let's see. That's all? Almost. Oh, now we're good. Alright, that was awesome.
Okay, I think I packed up everything that I'd want to bring with me from this place. This place can just stay as like some sort of remember. So, some sort of thing to remember. So, I'm gonna keep the lingering potions in here. If I need any, I know where to find them. And I can keep that chest there. I'm gonna keep this whole entire system here. So, I am, however, gonna break this pressure plate. Okay. And that's exactly why. Because if a mob decides to just... So now, let's begin with the actual project for this episode. It is raining, which is actually perfect, because I have a Riptide 3 trident, which is perfect for a little tour like this. So, it seems that every time I do a special, I come up with some crazy idea to expand the mansion and make it better. So, after doing something like episode 42, which is how this plastic island came about, I got some pretty monstrous ideas. Also, so the reason why we're flying in the air in the first place is to show off all the different things that have been appearing in the sky above the mansion. So, for example, there's this AFK platform. You have the plastic island. You have this island over here. This was the first island to be built up here. And then over here is the mob spawner island, which doesn't really work all that well. It just has a Santa head. It just has a Santa hat. And these chunks are failing to generate. We also have Trim Castle up here, or at least my somewhat modern recreation of it. This was done in episodes 58 and 59. And then we also have the farming islands over this way. Come on, chunks, generate. Man, I miss Optifine. Okay, over this way we have 4 farming islands. Just as soon as this thing generates. We have 4 fairly large floating islands up here. Of course, they're villager-powered farms. So we have a wheat farm, we have a beetroot farm, we have a carrot and potato farm, which don't seem to be working all that well. But the point is we have all these islands floating up above in 3 directions around the mansion. Well, technically 4 since there's one directly above it. However, there's really nothing off in this direction. Towards the... I'm sure we have this candy cane snow path here, but which I did for the Christmas special of last year. But there's really nothing really going on here. Nothing all that interesting anyways. And certainly nothing in the sky. So I'd say this episode, we fix that. This project, okay. This project is probably going to span a couple episodes here and there, and I might even showcase it in the live stream. So, right here I have the bare bones skeleton of a sky village. So I have the village path sneaking through the terrain here. I still gotta turn this grass into some grass paths. Let's try to land on that. Never mind. But then it ends next to this lava pit because I want to add a landfill at the end. And that's going to be basically a garbage can for my purposes. And I'm probably going to have an island that goes up and down. A little floating island made entirely out of gravel and things like that. That just goes down into the lava, dips whatever items happen to be on it into the lava, and then comes right back up. But that'll be later. This episode, we're just going to put together the bare bones, or a couple of the houses of the Sky Village here. So, we have a little small house. Nope, now I'm stuck. We have a slightly larger house here. So, that's the kind of style of house that I want for this place. Now, as for how this is staying up, I think I'm going to add a couple balloons here and there. Like, intentionally gigantic balloons that kind of look like that's what's holding up the Sky Village. That's an interesting effect. So this trident is trying to get back to me, but it can't because my inventory is full. Intentionally. How interesting. Huh. So it's like it's acting like a comb, sort of. That is really, really interesting. So I got the crazy idea to make it look like this entire Sky Village was held up by a zeppelin. Building the actual zeppelin is going to be incredibly difficult, but right now I'm putting in the ropes so that I'm going to put a zeppelin kind of in the middle of this village, and I'm going to make it look like the zeppelin is holding up the entire village in the sky where it currently is. At least that's the plan. I'm not sure how that's going to actually look, but that's the idea. Catch me if you can, Phantoms. Booyah! Elytras are awesome. And now we have actual mobs to battle while we're flying. This is awesome. Absolutely incredible. Only issue is that mobs disappear when they go above the sky build limit. Oh my goodness, how many phantoms are there? That's insane. I'm going to sleep right now. Apparently these phantoms are fooled by fences. So that's fortunate, I guess. I mean, seriously, they seem to be unable to hurt me unless they actually go over the fences. Or in between. I was just fighting a bunch of phantoms, and then I had to relog, and my trident isn't coming back to me. At all. That's not good. That was my super striking trident. The one that had loyalty and everything. Hold on. You know what? Desperate times call for desperate measures. Teleport. Oh. It's gone. No more trident. Nyahahaha, you phantoms! You took my trident! Now burn! Sun is rising, and these phantoms are about to burn to death. Whoa, and I almost died there. Come on, phantoms. Start burning, now. Please, start burning. The sun is up. Seriously, what's going on? There we go. Die, you phantoms. Be gone! Okay, we are really, really high up in the world now. We're at... Whoopsie, didn't mean to take that screenshot. We're at level 223 with only a 256 block build height. So the zeppelin that's going to hold up this entire sky village, it's not going to be very high, which it could be about 30 blocks high. And that's actually perfectly fine. But now we need to decide which direction this zeppelin is going to fly. So the fact that this side of the sky village is way, way longer than this side could possibly hint at the fact that maybe the zeppelin was going this way and crashed, and maybe part of the village crashed into that island. In fact, I could definitely create that sort of effect. Where it's like this village crashed into that island. And yes, this sky village will be populated with villagers, rejects from the trading hall that will soon be up on that island there. And oh my golly, you see that? The targeted block, the range for this targeted block is insanely large. Is that a bug or? Because seriously, I'm able to see the properties of that dark oak fence from this far away. That's just insane. Anyways, I could have the zeppelin fly towards the island, towards this gigantic island, and make it look like it crashed into the island. I could make it fly sideways. That wouldn't make much sense, though. Or I could make the zeppelin fly away from this island. Actually, since this is going to be a symmetrical spheroid, it's kind of a squished sphere, all I really have to decide is whether or not I want it to fly this way or this way. Go sideways or forwards. Should it go towards or away from the island, or go sideways from that? I think I'm going to make it go face this way, towards the island. Although, I could just as easily make it fly the other way. And right off the bat, it's raining and I built the zeppelin wrong. I should probably get some shears and also get a lot more light gray wool. I decided to build this out of light gray wool because it kind of looks like lead, sort of, and just lead zeppelin. Figure that'd be an interesting thing to have. Man, these phantoms are just really annoying. Why did that arrow just bounce off the phantom? So, the way I am making this zeppelin to be a squish sphere properly, I'm using this tool called Voxel Shape Generator. And I'll provide the link in the description because it is amazing. You can pretty much make any shape you want, including spheres, domes, cones, and this thing called a bezel curve or something. The Bezier curve tool is a little not that intuitive and probably has a lot of math going into that, which I've not learned about. But it's still really, really awesome, and you can make it hollow, you can make it filled in. It's amazing. Okay, we are at the halfway point for this zeppelin. So this is what it looks like from the inside. So next what's coming up is the shell that's going on top of it, which is going to be basically exactly the same thing as the bottom part, but inverted. So pretty soon I won't be able to have easy elytra access to this zeppelin. So now let's just well, why not just jump down here? Here we go. So this is what it looks like from below. You know what? I wish it was raining. The things that you say in 1.13 that you would never have said before. Things like, I wish it were raining, because you can do things like this. Okay, let's just take a little flyby tour of this zeppelin. And it looks pretty good. Right now it's just a big elongated bowl, but once I get the top part in, I'm thinking maybe we could put some decorations on there. So like put a big J on the side because I'm Javamonk, and maybe I put a propeller on one side so that way it's clear which direction the zeppelin is going. So at that point we'd really have to decide on whether or not it crashed into this island or if it's flying away from the island, from this island over here. So the one thing that I should make clear though is that the rejected villagers from this island, some of them are going to go into this sky village. So really that's probably going to be a major factor in what I decide to do with this zeppelin. But there we go. We have a gray zeppelin or blimp, and so far so good. The sun is setting and the zeppelin is almost done. So let me real quick pull up the 3D shape generator. And by the look of things, all I really need to do is just cover this up and put the final layer on. And that would make up layer, so that's Y254 now. So once we place down the carpet, that's the sky build limit. What? That's of course assuming I can actually build up that final surface without falling off of it. Yeah, the construction of this side of the blimp, I am not thinking clearly at all. So just Little facts for you. It is right now almost midnight for me. I've been playing way, way, way too much Minecraft today. So this zeppelin took many, many hours to do. But here we go. The final layer. I hope I have enough light gray wool for this. And finally, the carpets to make the top of this blimp spawn-proof. And would you look at that? We got some phantom friends. Ayo. And of course they disappear. So we got some invisible phantoms coming in to haunt me. Okay. Looks like we're gonna have a phantom fight on our hands. And I'm gonna take revenge for the trident that they stole from me. I threw a trident at a swarm of phantoms, and even though it had loyalty, it still just completely disappeared from the world. The trident that took me 600 rounds to kill, and it just disappears, even though it had loyalty and everything. So it's time that we take revenge against these phantoms just as soon as I finish with the blimp. And this is just the outer shell of the zeppelin. Still gotta put in a propeller, still gotta put in some side decorations. There's still plenty more to do with this sky village as well. Because at the moment there's only 2 houses. And I have the basic frameworks for some farmland areas. So there's plenty of work to do, which just another, well, hey, multiple phantoms, would you look at that? Okay, let's craft up this light gray carpet. I do hope I have enough. I probably don't, though. Let's see here. Whoa. Oh, so I'm 1 block below the sky build limit. Let's have a phantom fight, shall we? Here we go. I do kind of wish it was raining, but that's okay. We can, of course, fight these phantoms in the air using elytra without tridents. My name is Inigo Montoya. You took my trident. Prepare to die. Phew, this blimp is now complete. And so the inside is all lit up. I'm not planning to really put anything inside there. This is what it looks like. It is absolutely ginormous, and it does not look like a zeppelin at all. Now, to fix that, we're going to have to put in some things like side decorations. I've mentioned before that I want a giant J's on the side here. And also, I need a propeller. So, I'm thinking putting the propeller on this side, and then adding some extra stuff on this side of the Sky Village to make it look like it crashed into this island. So, for now, I'm going to get some sleep, both in real life and in Minecraft, because I am absolutely not thinking clearly, and yeah, there's a bit of real-life time traveling going on here. Tomorrow I'm doing the first live stream of the live stream extravaganza that I did for the last couple weeks. So maybe we'll do some live stream work on that village, but for now, time to sleep. What? It's snowing? I had no idea that was a thing. Okay, I'm just going to keep using these riptides just to see how high up I can go. Because really, the limit is the rain/snow. I think that's enough flying upwards. Now let's see if we can actually go downwards faster. I'm betting you can. Already the elytra sounds like glitching out. I'm going to take like a billion hearts of kinetic energy damage. Ouch. Okay, now I'm curious. What would happen if you had Riptide 100? How high would you go? Oh my goodness. And something completely ridiculous actually kind of gave gave birth to an idea that could really help out. So if you're testing out the player TNT launcher for some reason, and you get launched like, say, let's say you get launched like 2,000 blocks into the air, a fast way to get back down is using setting the weather to rain, and then using a Riptide 10 trident, or use a Riptide 1000 trident to get you right down to the ground nice and quickly. So it's all fine and dandy that we built this Zeppelin, but it doesn't really have anything that a Zeppelin would normally have, like a propeller. So in this case, we're going to build this propeller out of gold, and, well, I really don't know how to build propellers. So, yeah, that'll probably look really, really stupid, but we'll take a look at this. And of course, I built the pillaring blocks out of gold because why not? Okay, just hop down here and look up, make sure. Yeah, that doesn't look like a propeller at all. A view from the camera account. And the question is, does this look like a propeller for a Zeppelin? Sort of. It looks more like a propeller for a submarine. And I think these two blocks on top here are making it look more like a starfish. So, yeah. But ultimately, it does kind of vaguely look like a propeller. Okay, on the side of the Zeppelin, I think we should have at least a giant J on it, for J for Javamonk. So let's see how this will work, because I want to make it red, and redstone blocks work pretty well for that. So let's see how this will work, how this looks. So if we just do something like this, it looks like a backwards J from here, but the question is, does it look at least acceptable? Because a J is a very awkward shape, awkward letter to make. It's always going to be lopsided no matter what you try. And from the camera account, it actually looks pretty good. It definitely stands out against everything else of the Zeppelin. Okay, let's put the J on the other side now. Ha ha, Phantoms. Nice try. I'm inside the Zeppelin. You can't touch me from here. And the J is backwards. Gah! Those darn Phantoms. They're like if Endermen were actually... They're like if Endermite were actually deadly. Sheesh. One of those Phantoms just swooped... Oop. Sheesh. One of those Phantoms just swooped in on me and tried to attack me through the stem of the J and almost made me jump out of my chair. Okay. This Zeppelin now looks like it has my emblem on it. Just a little J to indicate the fact that I'm the one that built this Zeppelin. And these Phantoms are burning. Very nice. I wonder what their viewpoint is. Oh wow, this is interesting. So I'm right now using the camera account to follow the perspective of the Phantom. And that Phantom just died. How interesting. Okay, I'm here at the drowned farm that was built up during the August 11th livestream. So, while I'm building up these tubes up relatively high where I can do some... So that way I can AFK and get another trident, I'd like to talk to you about the Adventure Map series. So, I started the series, and I'm thinking posting it every Monday. So, make it Map Monday. And here's the thing, I'm recording all of those episodes right now because I'm not going to have much time later on to actually record those episodes. But this week, I actually have loads and loads of time to record the Adventure Map series. In fact, I'm doing a live stream about a particular element of the Adventure Map, so that's something to look forward to. And actually, by the time this episode releases, that live stream would have already happened. So, this Adventure Map series is a lot of fun, but unfortunately it is drawing some time away from another series that I also have running relatively inconsistently on my channel, and that's the modded series. I don't think I've made an episode of the modded series for a month, maybe more than that, and I am actively working on. I started work on another episode, so episode 4 of the modded series is gonna come up soon. But anyways, the Adventure Map series, I'm having a lot of fun with it. It's, well, oh boy, looks like this is already catching drowned here. So, it's rare that I have so much fun with building an adventure map. It's not something I've done for years, but it's something that I've been wanting to do for several years, but haven't really had the chance or opportunity to. So, yeah, there used to be an old version of the adventure map that it was fairly basic, and in fact, I'm gonna stealthily add a world download to the original adventure map, which is only playable in, I believe, 1.10 is when it broke. So, yeah, that it's only playable in 1.10, and it is fairly basic compared to what I have now. What I have now is insanely thought out and just positively crazy. But like I said, I'm having a lot of fun with it. Like I'm building hotels simply for the sake of having an Easter egg. It's not something I normally do, but yeah. I also wanted to talk about the future of this series, the survival series. So, we're on episode 65 now, and basically we've basically completed most of the advancements. I mean, the ones I'm missing really are like Monsters Hunted, Adventuring Time. We got the Channeling Tridents. We have the Sniper Duel, which I'm surprised I haven't gotten yet. We have the Rescue Aghast, and Eat Everything, and Breed Everything. So, we've completed most of the advancements. We also, as you can see by right here, we have outrageous amounts of resources. We basically have everything now, and all the things we're building, all the challenges we're putting up, pretty much self-imposed. Really, the only thing that could really deal much harm to me is, first off, when my brain isn't working all that great, like early in the morning, and I decide to do something stupid, and also phantoms. Those kinds of things can still pose quite a bit of harm to me, but it's really, even then, it's really not all that much. So, really what's going to happen here is, we have pretty much every single resource imaginable. So, in the upcoming episodes of the series, I'm going to put on some other self-imposed challenges and also take care of some things that are still relatively overdue. And rather embarrassing that I haven't done that for as long as the series has lasted. I mean, if you think about it, this world is a thriving, lived-in place. It's got the Sky Village, it's got conduits here and there, it's got farms sprinkled in. But the thing is, quite a bit of the mansion is actually unoccupied. There's still several rooms in there that I haven't really had a use for, or at least I haven't built any use for them. So that is coming soon in the series, occupying the mansion, and also the big island there. It's about to get a massive upgrade. And that's actually coming in episode 69. So stay tuned for that, because episode 69, we're finally going to give that gigantic island way out there, we're finally going to give it some purpose. Okay, what is this? This is weird. It's like I'm walking across the water or something. Okay. Let me just finish up this drowned farm, and we'll continue on the Sky Village. Now, we have the ice going all the way. Oh, boy. Well, this is quite the mob fest, eh? There we go. Okay. I apologize for the noise, but here we go. Now we... You know what? I'm going to take the drowned way. Here we go. Okay. I'm going to riptide my way out of here. And let's see. Okay. Elytra my way out. Okay. I'm going to take the drowned entrance into this water column. And this way I can break the ice from below. And that should help the bubble column increase to the point where it can reach our AFK platform. Whoa. Or not. It's just going to keep pushing me to the middle, isn't it? Okay. This might end up being an annoying process, but here we go. You know what would be cool? If drowns carrying fishing rods could actually reel you in. That would be awesome, because after all, drowns with tridents can attack you with the trident. So, and in fact, I can directly throw the trident. So why not? Why not let drowns with fishing rods attack you with the fishing rod? And now I'm stuck underneath the water for some reason. This is weird. What is going on here? I'm literally stuck underwater. So many thunderstorms. So many times in which I could throw around a channeling trident. Only problem is, I currently don't even have a trident to enchant channeling on. However, I have found a way to get channeling. Apparently, you can get channeling on a trident through villagers. It's like some sort of treasure enchantment, so they can either be found in dungeon/end city loot, or they can be found in villager trades. Okay, the drowned farm is now complete. We have giant tubes that extend from the ocean floor all the way up here. Over here is where I can AFK, and I can just occasionally come over and slice at the drowns to get whatever items. So, at the top here I have this water stream formation here. Now, this was partially inspired by Ilmango's recent video on ocean biome trident farm that doesn't use nether portals. So, the link to that video will be in the description. But here we are. We have the wherever drowned farm. It's not the most efficient ever, but it should be sufficient in order to get at least one more trident. All I ask is one more trident. Oh, and there's a skeleton trap underwater. Okay. Coming up to the skeleton trap horse. And bam! Okay. And of course, these skeletons are completely ineffective with their useless little bows, because, well, bows are pretty much ineffective underwater. Cool, I got an nautilus shell. So, really, if I had a trident, then I could throw it at these guys, but I don't have one. So, we're gonna have to go melee, and these bows are really ineffective. Also, I'm not gonna be able to accidentally set fire to the horse, because fire aspect also doesn't work underwater. So many things don't work underwater. And so, this battle against the skeleton trap might be a little bit more difficult than I expected. Okay, one of the 4 skeleton horses died because they suffocated in the drowned farm, but all the other 3 are still alive and still at the bottom of the ocean. So I'm just going to get 3 saddles and ride them up into the mansion. So now I need name suggestions. What do I name these 3 skeletal horses? Okay, I think that concludes this episode. So we finished a drowned farm, and we also built up a sky village. At least the basics of it. Let's just hop up here and take a little flyby tour of what we built. So let's see. Let's get these flight duration rockets. So up here, just as soon as it loads in. Why is there fire here? I guess lightning strikes. Thank goodness that didn't strike the mansion. It appears that this island is actually protecting the mansion quite well against the lightning strikes. Okay, right over there is the Sky Village. So let's just elytra fly up here. We even have a zeppelin that carries the entire village. And this village stretches very far, stretches all the way down to this lava pit right here, right next to the original starter house, and next to all the shulkers here, and the 3 evokers. So, we also built up the drowned farm. So, I'm going to AFK at the drowned farm for a little bit, and hopefully, by next episode, we'll have a trident. An actual non-riptide trident that we can actually use to damage things and attack. Because, well, this episode, I threw in at a cluster of phantoms while up at the Sky Village, and then I had to relog, and the trident didn't come back to me, even though it had loyalty on it. So, here we go. I'm just going to stand here and AFK for some tridents. So, thank you for watching, everyone. I'll see you next Saturday for another episode in the Survival series.